Mustangs
are honestly confusing me. If I'm being honest, I don't know if this team is good, if this team is bad, if they're just mediocre. I don't know what the deal is. But we'll have a longer discussion at the end of this episode. But for now, we have some World Cup, we got some NBA draft, College World Series, MLB as always. It's going to be an exciting episode. Let's kick off with the World Cup because it has been everything that we expected and even more, especially with the big names who are going off this week.
Yeah, the World Cup's been great. Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, two of the GOATs of soccer, that sport. It's called soccer, not football. They've just been putting on a show, to say the least. And then we got guys like Kylian Mbappe from France and Lionel Messi. We already mentioned him. But Holland from Norway. Dude.
He's a monster.
He really is. He's crazy. And all of these guys are. Ronaldo even was struggling for a while. Like, he was getting some harsh criticism. And then he went off for 2 goals against Uzbekistan. So
all the big names are putting up some good numbers. I would also, Messi 1 goal away from, I thought 1 goal away from most. He missed a penalty.
I think
he did get the record.
He got it. Yeah,
he got it later.
Does have it.
He missed the penalty with after the 30-minute mark, and then
he scored in the
extra time,
94th minute. Yeah.
Okay.
So he got the record, which it's crazy that he just broke the record, and Mbappe is like right
2
behind
goals,
him.
right?
He's trailing.
That's what it is.
It's 2 or 3. Yeah.
I mean,
he's right on his tail.
He's 18. Mbappe 16. I think is what I thought it was at last I knew.
Yeah.
Either way, at the end of his career, Mbappe is probably going to win the title.
Yes.
Which is insane.
Mbappe is very talented. I play FIFA a lot, and he's just unreal in the game and on the field in person. So
he's only 27 as well, right?
Yeah, he's young. He's really young.
Yeah, and he's been a big reason why France is, I don't know if they're the betting favorite, but they're one of the favorites right now. And he's been a big reason why, because he is the stronghold of that team. And is he good.
Let's make some predictions. Who do you guys have winning the World Cup?
I'm going to stick with Mbappe. I'm going to go France.
I'll go France too. They've looked great, like so far.
I mean, I'd love for Team USA. I don't think it's going to happen. I would also love to say Spain, but man, after their game against Cape Verde, I don't know.
Cape Verde has been a little sneaky, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Formerly known
honestly,
as Ireland.
Argentina. We'll just go give Messi one more.
Okay. That would be quite the story.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of the Ronaldo versus Messi, as much as that conversation has dwindled away in the recent years, that would certainly take Ronaldo out of the conversation.
Yeah, unfortunately for him.
Yeah.
Let's get right into the College World Series, I think. One of the coolest stories of sports this year, and probably of College World Series history, the Oklahoma Sooners have won it all.
Which is insane. They were sub 500 in the SEC this year in conference games, yet they somehow, after barely making it, they were on the bubble entering regionals to even make the tournament, and now they're standing on top of everybody else in the country. Just what a ride it's been for them.
Just insane. They actually beat the Kansas Jayhawks in Lawrence, so I'm a big Oklahoma fan now. Not really, since there's still a old rivalry of Mizzou, but
can't say too much repping Mizzou gear.
Yeah, I can't say too much about Boomer Sooner, but really cool to see for the Sooners to get that win. Me and Will had the chance to go to the game, and we got to go on the field after and interview some Oklahoma players, and it was really just a fun and cool experience. But North Carolina's still yet to win a national title despite appearing in 13 trips to Omaha.
That makes me so upset, honestly. As cool as it is that Oklahoma won it all, I was kind of deep down in my heart rooting for North Carolina to finally
get one,
break the curse,
right?
I guess you could say, and they still haven't been able to do it because they are perennially in the conversation of national title contention, and they just haven't been able to do anything.
No.
So, I mean, yeah, that caps off a fantastic season of college baseball, but unfortunately that means we are in the dog days of summer. College sports are done.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, right now, it's just the World Cup in baseball that's going on, and we at least just had the NBA draft.
Yes, the NBA
and the trades that have just gone crazy.
The trades, the NBA draft free agency scene is just a whirlwind every year. AJ DeBonsta went number 1 overall. Darren Peterson from KU went number 2. The Grizzlies had the 3rd pick and picked Cameron Boozer from Duke. The 4th pick was Caleb Wilson from the Chicago Bulls. And really cool to see some of these local guys like Darren Peterson, not really since he didn't actually play for the Jayhawks.
All right. Okay. Now we're sparking the debate now.
Yes, AJ is better than Darren Peterson, and I will stand on that.
I mean, clearly the Wizards agree with you because
Yeah.
you went higher, but that is definitely a conversation to be had.
And yeah, so for all those listeners out there, Darren Peterson, the Kansas Jayhawk, only met with the Washington Wizards. The only team he met with pre-draft was the Washington Wizards, so it tells you a little about his personality, I would say.
He's the Barry Sanders, refuses to talk with anyone under, 7 because he's like, I ain't going to be there.
Right.
Type of thing. But I mean, I think AJ DeBonsta, he's going to be great for the Wizards, especially local guy coming from Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy who's going to immediately come in and get you close to a double a night as a rookie, which is, everybody's looking for cheap production there. And as far as Cameron
Big wind
Boozer,
gust there.
big wind gust. We lost one of the cameras.
We lost one of the cameras. We'll bounce back.
Cameron Boozer, kind of surprised he didn't go at 2. I thought he would have been kind of above Darren Peterson, to be honest.
Really?
But kind of surprising, too. He's just a freshman out of Duke, coming in super young, has a lot of potential. Obviously, all of the teams at the top of the draft are G League teams for the most part. So not expecting a whole lot out of, any of the teams picking at the top.
Yeah.
But
Cameron Boozer impressed me a lot, quite frankly, in the March Madness. I know Duke didn't win it all or anything, but just Cameron Boozer and his brother, it's a really cool story.
Yeah, for sure. I don't follow the NBA too closely, so I'm not able to insert an expert opinion here, but is Darren Peterson not going one more talent based because how good DeBonsta is, or is that
I think so personally. I think everyone kind of knew DeBonsta was going to go 1 just because he's an instant 2010 guy.
Yeah.
Coming in. And I think there were some consistency issues with Darren Peterson that people
totally
were
fair.
Creatine.
Are those consistency issues character based?
both. They can be
Yes.
production and
Yes.
character.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can all agree
Yes.
that Darren Peterson is not an ethical basketball player.
Okay.
What are you talking about,
says
Shay?
the SGA fan.
I was about to say.
Well,
Who's got a ring, though? Who's got a ring?
Darren Peterson might get a ring at some point.
And also,
Utah's looking scary.
shout out to Bennett Sturz, the former Northwest Missouri State Bearcat. I see the shirt, Riley. Played at Northwest Missouri State for 3 seasons, started every game of that season, or every game he was there. And just really incredible to see what a local kid from Liberty, Missouri can do. He was drafted by the Memphis Grizzlies. I think it was at 16, and then right away got traded to the OKC Thunder. So Bennett Sturz is going to win a ring, I think, here soon.
Were you telling me before the show that you washed his jerseys?
Yes, I have actually washed his
What an
jerseys.
accomplishment.
Yep.
Wow.
His blood and sweat, I'm just soaking it all
That's
in.
You
not
haven't
what
washed
you
your
want to hear, I
hand.
don't think.
I haven't washed
your
my hands
hands then, huh?
since then.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like the
Congratulations,
Kevin
locker
Bacon.
room manager.
Yeah, it's like the Kevin Bacon effect. You're like one away from like an NBA championship.
Yeah.
They should give you a ring, actually.
They really should.
Yeah. I love that the NBA draft happens like right after the season.
That's
You
what
don't
I'm
have to go
saying,
months
too.
Without,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, because you have the NFL, and the NFL, it's like,
Takes so long.
I understand why they do it, because it's like, the shorter season. If it was a longer season, everyone would probably die. So it's like, that's fine.
fair.
But the draft is like so far out, and then there's this huge other gap in between, and I think I've just gotten a lot of respect for basketball players because I think they have the shortest off season because they start up games again in October. So I mean, you have the Spurs and the Knicks. I mean, they play again in less than 3 months.
Yeah.
Like after coming off
short.
the title run there, and it's just I didn't realize it was that short.
Yeah, it's
to be
really
honest.
tough, honestly, for me because in the NFL, I think it is so prolonged because you need so much training for like the combine and everything.
Yeah.
Kind of get guys rested, recovering from injuries and whatnot because it's such a physical sport. Basketball is also pretty physical, but they don't allow those guys too much time to like up their stock, if you know what I
No.
mean. So
Mm-mm.
it is a tough situation, and surrounded by that, some crazy trades. I mean,
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
Yeah, Giannis goes to the Heat for pretty much the entire Heat roster. I mean,
Yeah.
they have
That was a
no
wild
one. They have no one on the bench. Like, they got rid of Tyler Hero went. I I don't know, I'm gonna butcher his name, Yakovic, or however you say it. He went there too. They have no depth on their roster. The starting point guard, he
Tyler Hero, right?
no. He went to the trade. I think it's not Davion Mitchell, is it? It's something.
I think so.
Davion Mitchell. I don't think is a starting caliber player. He's like a backup. So they're going to have a backup, pretty much backup point guard starting. But I mean, they have Giannis. They have Bam. 83-point Bam.
It makes you think though, like, we all remember the 2013 Miami Heat to LeBron. I mean, we were really young, of course, but it's kind of the same deal where LeBron kind of did it in the offseason, though. It wasn't actually a trade. He did it with free agency, so interesting aspect there.
Yeah. As someone who doesn't follow the NBA super closely, the way everybody navigates trades is so fascinating to me, where you see draft picks like 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
A ridiculous amount of players inserted. It's always
the 3-team trades.
Yeah.
Like it is kind of crazy. It's very confusing, to be honest, because I don't follow super closely, but it's like I'll see the trades and I'm like, I don't even understand how the 3-team trade really works there.
The trade world
It involves a lot of money, I will say that, because the Thunder wouldn't have traded anyone. We actually traded one of our role players. I'm blanking on the name, but the Thunder had to get rid of one of their role guys just because our cap limit, we can't pay everyone.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you saw with Jalen Brunson in the New York Knicks. He had to take that pay cut. So it's really interesting to see how franchises work and the front office aspect of the sport.
And speaking of money, I mean, that's pretty much why the Grizzlies got rid of, or not Grizzlies, the Timberwolves got rid of Julius Randle for like literally a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Like, they traded away pretty much just for his salary, and I don't know if you guys saw it, they actually moved back in the draft.
Really?
So they traded him and their first round to move back like 5 spots. So they were pretty much, I would assume they were just trying to offload his contract for the most part. But it's like, he used to be an all-star in the past, was not very productive in the playoffs. People said he was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, to trade him and literally like have to move back in the draft, I thought was crazy.
Yeah, NBA GMs move kind of how I move with budgets, like trying to navigate budgets in like MLB The Show and Madden.
Right.
It feels impossible to do, and they're making such a. I mean, like, it's just such a. I'm lost for words.
It's like me when I go and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't eat out today. I've ate Chipotle for the last 5 days. And I'm like, I just won't do it next week, and then I do it next week too.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't even know.
Making such a gamble.
Yeah.
Such a big risk, it feels like, with basically every move they make. So, yeah, we'll have some Royals, Cardinals, and a new home run derby pitch on the other side of this whoosh.
Whoosh.
All right, so a new MLB home run derby was kind of pitched, and it looks like it's going to be accepted this year. They're going away from the clock, which I personally love. It's a bit controversial, in favor of doing 15 pitches, and you get 15 swings, really, which is kind of how the old school version of the home run derby operated. A lot of people love it. I really hate it. I can't lie.
So you're saying that you want the home run derby to be not a clock?
No, I do like the clock that
Okay.
they've had for the past few years. It's more fast-paced. I hate, like, as soon as you saw the swing off in the home run derby and in the All-Star game, it's just you swing, you take. You swing, you take a pitch, and it just feels too slow for me.
Yeah, it should be rapid fire. I loved when one of the coolest memories I have of watching the home run derby was when Bryce Harper, his dad threw to him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that. That was really cool.
I think they've done a good job in recent years of navigating the controversy with the pitch clock, because when Harper did it with his dad, he was technically breaking the rules by not allowing the ball to hit the ground first. So then they're just like, hey, it's basically just however many pitches you can get off is what counts, and I kind of like that, honestly. It adds a bit of strategy, in my opinion. I don't like the
And I do think it's like when people would take their timeouts, like in previous years, it's
Yeah.
like they have like the timeout, and like you have to be strategic with the timeout to like kind of take a break in
Yeah.
between pitches and everything. I never really thought of like, you only get 15 swings and it really does slow it down. But if you think about it, it actually really does, because, instead of trying to, hit as many out as you can, you're just waiting for the perfect pitch to be like right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And it takes so much longer compared to if you're sitting there for 2 minutes and being like, oh, I have to hit these out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're just constantly trying to like put him out of the park.
Yeah, the one positive I will say is that with more time to recover, you are going to see farther home runs, so it is more exciting for the fans, but that still doesn't do enough for me to move the needle, in my opinion. I still love the clock, although it does seem like a lot of the fans, a majority of them, do like this new proposal.
I mean, I think the main thing is it's like constant entertainment versus like peak, if that makes sense. It's like a roller coaster instead of like the clock is more like, you know, it's just you're driving in Nebraska. It's like it's very like straight, no curves, kind of static excitement, and then it's like, you know, without the pitch clock where you have like the 15 swings. That's more of like you're on the roller coaster, hits one like 500 feet, and then you're down. He's taking 4 pitches, and then you go back up, and like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the home run derby, it seems like Jack Caglione thinks he's already in Philadelphia.
Oh, he should.
Because he is having a ridiculous month of June, specifically the last weekend.
Yeah, Jack Caglione is just absolute beautiful human being, to say the least.
I agree. 100%.
I agree too. Yeah.
Yep. It's fair. You
Italian
can
boss.
recognize it.
That's one way to put it. But yeah, 2 home runs last night against the Tampa Bay Rays, plus a single. So 3
Can't forget about that.
Statcast said his ball went like 430 or something.
No,
like
that
that.
ball-
that ball
was-
was 600
that
feet.
ball was
You cannot
Did you see it
compete.
went over the scoreboard onto the
disgusting.
catwalk?
Yes.
Like
Some of, I don't. If you guys follow Peter Apple on Twitter, he does Just Baseball. He tweets about basically every homer and says, "No, Statcast is lying. Peter Vision gives this 600 feet."
I saw that. I did
Taylor
see that.
Trammell hit one in the Rogers Center yesterday. It is impossible to hit a ball to the upper deck. He did that, and it said it was 421 feet. Like,
Yeah.
that's lying.
No.
That's lying.
No.
So-
no chance.
He's a big guy, though. Like, he gets power on the baseball,
Yeah.
and he deserves to be in Philadelphia for sure.
100%. And what he's bringing to the Royals offense, it's basically the only bright
it's
spot
just
for
him.
this team right now.
It is just him.
And it's beautiful to see after last year he got called up maybe too early, maybe too late, depends on who you ask.
Probably.
Did not have a good year last year once he got up here, and now is finally showing what all Royals fans have been waiting for.
Yeah, near 2 WAR this season, 132 WRC plus, 498 slug. Like, the dude is just mashing right now. He is ridiculous.
And I think
I
it's
really
just
hope he does go to Philadelphia.
No, for sure. And I think it's mainly like the adjustments he's made from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah.
Because I know he came into the league last year, and my friend, like, he just hated the Royals hitting coach because he was like, man, he was hitting nukes, and now he's hitting, you know, little dinkers to second base. And I'm like, you know,
launch angle was
Let him
terrible.
adjust. Gotta let him adjust.
Yeah, in college, he would. I know it's the metal bats, and
Right.
like the ball is obviously going to fly, but his launch angle really carried him, and he was hitting bumps, and he had one of the worst launch angles in baseball last year. So
And
it was
another-
an easy adjustment, but it's great to see for him.
Another thing for Caglione, he's so versatile.
Yeah,
Recently, he's been playing first base, but he's also a right fielder, left fielder, and he can pitch if we ever needed that.
I mean, personally, I like him more in the infield than the outfield.
Me too.
yeah, I agree.
Because I don't think the outfield comes as naturally to him.
No.
Because I've seen several instances where like the ball will go overhead, he just has like a bad read. I like him at first base. I really wish they wouldn't play Salvi at first base, to be honest.
they should
It's
not.
tough right now. He really shouldn't be playing at all. He's been abysmal this year.
Yeah.
if we're being honest.
As much as it hurts to say.
Yes, yes.
Yes, although he did have a pretty good accomplishment the other night when he hit the most homers in Royals history, or just Kaufman.
Probably
Kaufman, I think.
history.
Yeah, no, he's still a couple behind George Brett, but I think at Kaufman he's hit the most. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Which in
Great story for him.
If he's not a Hall of Famer like Cooperstown, then
Oh.
something's
No, he's in there
He-
100%.
I don't know about 100%, but he's
Other than-
Really?
yeah.
Other than Molina, who's a better catcher in the last 25
Buster
years?
Posey.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the
Buster
longevity.
Posey is arguably better than Yachty. So
Buster Posey in his prime 2014 was one of the best defensive catchers. But Salvi
best
hit
offensive
45
catcher.
home runs like 3 years ago, and he's 35. Salvi
World
going for
Series MVP.
guys, I don't think
World
you're
Series
appreciating
ring.
what Buster Posey did. He's one of the best players.
I mean, he just doesn't have the longevity though.
Salvi,
Worst
But
things
his
worse.
peaks are-
Salvi's
he has the
top-
highest
okay.
peak out of any catcher really ever.
Worst things
Well,
for
I mean,
Salvi's
they'll-
top 3
they'll
of the
both
last
get
three-
in.
of the last
Yeah.
They'll both get
20
in
years.
100%, but I think it's crazy not to say that Salvi's not getting in 100%.
Yeah,
Just
I
with
don't-
like the longevity of his career plus
Also,
like
I think
personality.
we look at Hall of Famers, and we we let too many in. Like at
I
least
can
too
get behind that.
easily.
I can get behind that.
He should not be like. The way you said it, it sounds like he's a no doubt first ballot. I don't think he's.
He's one of the greatest Royals of all time. Is
Okay,
my
but that's
Well,
not
then
saying much.
again,
The Royals are
well, yeah.
one of the worst organizations in the
two
MLB
rings.
history.
We have a ring prior
you
to
do
the
that.
Cardinals, by the way.
What?
For all the listeners.
You
2011.
got serious.
The
You go,
Cardinals
what?
have
You mean
11,
since the
second
last-
most of all time.
2015 is more recent than 2011. That's all I'm gonna say.
I realize that.
The
but if you
2015
take
one
away-
is better than the
if you
11
take
because
away
it came
2014
more
and
less recent.
2015, 2 years. It's bad to make the argument that you just take away years. Outside of those 2 years, what did the Royals do in the last 40 years?
Outside of those 11 years,
We
what have
traded
the
Whit
Cardinals
Merrifield.
done?
Traded Whit Merrifield. Yeah, congratulations.
Okay.
Man.
Billy Butler, the streets will never
Billy Butler's
forget.
my goat, and I will
Billy
not
Butler-
be taking
yeah, that's
any
fair.
Billy Butler slander. I love
I'm not
that guy.
slandering him. No, Billy Butler's awesome. Just the Royals as a whole, their organization is in the dump. They are a bottom 5 organization of all time.
Of
Yes.
wait, in MLB or you
Yes.
talking? Okay, I thought you meant like
100%.
all of sports.
No. In the
Okay.
MLB, they are a bottom 5
Bottom 5 organization of all time. I was like, whoa.
There are some worse out there.
No, for
There are
sure.
definitely
I'd rather
some
be a
worse.
Royals fan than the Angels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Okay.
Orioles.
Let's name our top 5 worst MLB
What if the-
Yeah,
organizations.
let's name the other 4, and I would rather be a fan than those.
Yeah, I can only think of the Angels.
Rockies.
Rockies,
The Rockies.
Angels,
Rays.
Marlins, Rays. That's 4 right
I like
there.
the Marlins
Hang on.
Stadium though. They got like the fish
Yeah.
in the outfield.
You
Okay,
just
but
go
nobody
throw the
shows up
Cardinals
to the
in there.
ballpark. Are you serious?
Rather be a Royals fan
Are you serious?
Then wait, then what?
than Cardinals fan.
I think the only maybe like even the twins are better. The,
Maybe in the 90s,
Yes.
Joe Mauer.
okay, what were you doing? And what have you done?
He washed his. What was Darren Peterson's jerseys? Or no, what was his?
Bennett Stearns.
Bennett Stearns. He was washing his jerseys. He's done stuff.
I didn't mean Grayson. I just mean the Royals.
Oh, okay.
What if? Sorry, I'm not hating on you.
Okay.
What have you done? What have I done?
You
I've
were
done nothing.
pitching in the 90s.
Okay. Yeah, I was a twinkle in the stars.
Anyways, let's get right into the Cardinals talk. I'll let Will.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was
We'll be-
interesting. We should do our Mount Rushmore of top, 4 worst MLB organizations.
Yeah.
I'll do some more research and we'll
Yeah.
come.
That's
we'll come
a
with it
segment next week. That's a segment next
And we
week.
can compare the Cardinals' greatest players with the Royals' greatest players of all time, and it won't be a
Ozzie Smith.
conversation.
Ozzie Smith did.
Stan Musial, Bob Gibson, Albert Pujols, Rogers Hornsby.
Albert
Ozzie
Pujols is
Smith.
known for playing for the Cardinals and then going to the Angels, though. So like,
He was literally the greatest hitter of all time for
He
the first
was.
10 years of his career.
I rolled it back in.
I'm just
All right,
waiting.
all right.
I'm
Cardinals,
actively
all right.
blocking the show from
Let's-
continuing forward.
Let's be brief here. The DeWitts who own the Cardinals, Bill DeWitt Jr. is passing it down to his son, the third. So he is being promoted. That's big. It's a change of command, although some Cardinals fans aren't super happy with the organizational decisions that they have made. But I'm behind it. That's just something I wanted to talk about. Don't have too many thoughts on that.
Can we
Let's-
just pause
yeah.
and talk about the beach ball on the field? What?
No,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
can see that in the background. There's a
Massive beach ball coming to Phil Welch Stadium.
All right. Well. All right. Let's get into some
All right.
NFL news. What we got
Everything
this
happens
week.
at the Mustangs.
Yes. All right, Brennan Sorsby, he has gone through everything. He's been through the ringer this offseason. Transferring to Texas Tech, hopefully a national title contender. Then getting your eligibility stripped after you get found out that you have 9,000 bets placed in the last few
God
years.
forbid.
Then you go against the NCAA and get a preliminary injunction to get your eligibility taken back. Then you decide, hey, the controversy is just too much. Let's back out of this. We'll go to the supplemental draft. And then the NFL tells you, we're not having that. What a roller coaster this guy has been through.
I watched the Pat McAfee segment on this, and they read the letter that the NFL sent to him, and it was just a corporate like middle finger, and it was I was
100%.
like I wouldn't know how to feel if I was him reading the letter, but
Yeah.
I was just cringing on the inside because I was like,
He's got a tough decision to make. Because
I think he will probably look into other leagues if I had
Yeah.
to guess, because like if he doesn't have the opportunity to do it in 26, he for sure will be in the NFL next year.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, there's more players that are gambling out there that we just don't know about.
But that's not That's besides the point, though.
That is besides the point.
He has been caught and admitted it.
Yeah.
And
But
so
good thing
he's
he
gonna-
admitted it, though. A lot of people would have. You see it in the NCAA all the time with these college athletes getting busted. So
But at this point, you could do anything against the NCAA. If he didn't decide to back off, he could have been playing this year.
Yeah.
It was his decision not to. So
I
at that
mean,
point, why would you admit anything if you can just
Right.
sue the NCAA?
right.
And to be completely honest, I kind of had a thought that like there would be a lot of hesitation like around him coming into the NFL because of the gambling. I know like the NBA has like banned people for life before for like gambling on games, but I think that was a different situation. I can't remember his name, but it was a couple years ago. He was like betting on himself, and then he acted sick to get out of the game, so like he wouldn't hit his.
Terry Rozier.
Yeah, that's who it was, and then they banned him. This seemed like it was a little different. Like all right, there's the beach ball. He wasn't like traveling with the team. He was like in his dorm room placing bets. He wasn't like on the sideline, but still he has insider knowledge of like the team and everything. So it's like. I thought that gambling is a big enough industry now, like around the NFL, that like teams would probably be a little scared. And it also seemed that he like applied for the supplemental draft with like this huge ego, and he seemed to not like take accountability for anything or provide any documentation. And the NFL was kind of like, hey, this is a privilege to play in the league. Like, what are we? You can't just come in here and just expect us to change everything for you, which I also thought was a little crazy, to be honest.
Oh no!
Oh. Keep it right here.
All right, this is our backdrop.
Oh, there it goes.
Never mind. One thing I'm super interested to see: what does Roger Goodell say when he gets drafted? Like, if he gets drafted, with the 34th pick in the NFL draft. The Cleveland Browns select Brennan Sorsby,
It would be the
quarterback.
Browns.
Quarterback.
What do you say?
Quarterback
With
from the
UFL?
International League. I don't know. Like the UFL.
That's
maybe,
not-
whatever
Could it be?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I think.
Well,
That's
the
what it would
UFL
happen.
would be going.
Would they
on during
say-
that time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Would they say like just the last college he played for?
Do they say Texas Tech? Do they say Cincinnati?
Surely
Do they
not
say the
Texas Tech.
Houston Gamblers?
that would be funny.
What do they say?
Oh no! Our camera angle.
All right, let's close out with some Mustangs talk.
Stangs.
Stangs.
Thanks.
I don't. You got to say Stangs.
Stangs.
I don't. That wasn't
terrible.
That wasn't super enthusiastic, and I can't blame you because this team is not.
Been good lately.
Yeah,
Let's just put it
flat
at
out. Flat out. They're not playing good enough. It started against Carroll when they went 1-2 on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty.
Yeah.
From the beach.
Let's leave that mysterious.
Okay,
Let's
sorry.
leave that a mystery. Started with a 3-game set against Carroll in which they went 1-2 on the road. Then they came home and split a series against Nevada, and then lost yesterday against Clarinda, or 2 days ago. They lost to Clarinda, and it has just been kind of a disaster, honestly, for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's about the best way you can put it. They've been great here at the Welch.
Yeah.
Only dropped 2 games here, winning 8. I mean, batting almost 300, 400 on base, 461 slug. Pitching's been great, allowing less than a runner on base, average in an inning. Almost
good
2
for a
strikeouts for every walk. I mean, at home, the Mustangs have been phenomenal. And away, all of that just disappears, and they become a completely different team.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
on the road, 1-5, batting just 200, almost 7 ERA. I mean, just terrible, if we're being honest.
Why is that? Like,
Maybe it's the fan support.
Well, I think we were talking before the show, and there's just not enough shenanigans at away,
is
you know,
weird.
away
kind of
stadiums.
feels like a double negative.
It's too
In
quiet.
a way,
It is too quiet, yeah.
Like, you would think distractions is what cause it, but having no distractions.
Maybe
is what has
we
made them
distract the
bad.
other team.
Maybe?
That could, yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
We are the reason we're
I
winning
feel
these
like-
games at Phil Welch.
Yeah.
They
have
play
you done?
relatively similar teams on the road and at home, so I think it's more on them, honestly. It's not so much they're getting outplayed, although they are getting outplayed, obviously, but they're hurting themselves.
I think it's got to start with pitching. You know, you can't win any ball games without good pitching. And overall, I think
Really bad.
we have a lot of new players that are just now joining the team. I think they'll mesh together a lot better as the season goes on and continues. So
Yeah, the roster has been kind of a carousel because there have been several players who've either transferred or gotten picked up by other schools, and the schools have shut them down for the summer, so they've left the team. So we've had this amalgamation of a team that is trying to like come together, and we can't really build any chemistry because guys are in and out of the door like on a pretty regular basis.
With all this roster turnover in the middle of the season, mind you, how do they find more consistency?
Now that it's farther into the summer, hopefully everybody has played. You know, at the beginning of the season, we were waiting on a couple people notably from Johnson County, but people that were still playing at their colleges. We've gotten all of them back. Mostly everybody, I would think, if you are planning on transferring, you've probably done that by now. I mean, it's almost July. Like, if you haven't, the clock's really ticking. So as we finish out June here into July, the team should be this same group of people for the whole of July. I mean, you really shouldn't be losing anybody else. So from here on out, it's just finding out what your best lineup is and perfecting it and getting that chemistry and basically saying, look, you have a month until playoffs start. And you're either going to figure it out or you're not, and we'll know once that week of playoffs comes.
Good thing for the Mustangs, playoffs are at home.
That is
It's good, but
hopefully a very beneficial thing, but we'd still love to see them improve
100%.
on the road. I mean,
regardless of that, in the playoffs, one thing that I've always thought matters more than anything is who's the hottest team heading into the playoffs. You saw that with Oklahoma. And so they really do need to get right in July and try to get rolling heading into the playoffs. And as you mentioned, hopefully less roster turnover and more consistency. And that's going to be a good sign for the Mustangs.
for sure.
yeah, looking ahead at the schedule, like I guess they really don't have as near as many away games as I thought they did in July. They play a lot at home. They play a lot of games in general.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to improve throughout July, and come the 27th, that week of playoffs, you have to have your best ball ready for then.
So they do, and we're going to hope for that. But that'll wrap up this episode of Out of the Stable. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weeks and the rest of your week in sports.
Come out to the Phil. Come out to the Phil.
Pop out.
Fill
to
the Phil.
Pop out to the Phil.
Fill the Phil.
Fill the Phil.
Fill the Welch.
Whoa.
Fill the Welch.
Oh,
Fill the Whoa.
Oh, hang on.
Holy, that's the new slogan. Fill the
Either
Phil.
way,
I like that.
that'll do it for us. Thank you
Don't-
for tuning in.
Till next week.